Hey guys, so I'm in my beauty room, and if you've been following me for a while, then you know I love makeup, I love hair, I love cosmetics, I love all of that. 10th house vibes, Libra, Venusian. Okay, but anyways, with that said, I always find ways to make your day magical as fuck, right? Like that's my whole purpose. That's why I started my business. When I, you know what I mean? Like I just want magic to be a part of my everyday life. And one of the ways that I was thinking was about making your nails like more magical. Definitely can make them more magical, right? And y'all know I've taken classes. I went to school for this, but I'm just a Gemini and I have horrible commitment issues. And so since I have horrible commitment issues, I just pretty much use my skills on myself. But I'm going to teach you guys how to make your acrylic sets magical, your press-on sets magical, and your gel X sets magical, because the gel X and the press-ons can kind of be interchangeable. The only thing that really changes is that you don't really need a light. And I'll also show you how to change to make your nail art magical if you know, don't indulge in enhancements. So my nails is a little ghetto right now, y'all. I had to cut them down because they were getting in the way, and then I lost one because it split. So yeah, y'all gonna have to bear with me real quick. Okay, y'all. So this is the setup we've got now. Those are my perfumes. Y'all need to look at them. It's not that serious. One thing that we have is our beautiful attraction. We just gonna do an attraction set, okay? And so we have our attraction powder, which is cool. We got our little fake fingers. It's beautiful. Fake fingers. And then we have two types of acrylic. Now, you're gonna need one of these little clear pouches. Well, is this a pouch, jar, whatever? Anyways, the thing. So you're gonna need that. And you're gonna need your acrylic powder. This is a all-in-one acrylic powder, so it's good for dip, it's good for acrylic powder, it's good for something else that I don't do. So dip and acrylic powder for sure. And the color is NOTD. I'm pretty sure that stands for nails of the day or whatever. So let's get this party started, right? So the first thing that you want to do, well, this is one of the things. I don't know if it's the first thing. You want to open up your attraction powder. Like I already have, this is already open, so we're going to open it up just a little bit. And if you notice, like the color of the attraction powder kind of matches the acrylic powder, right? So we're just going to put this back. It matches the acrylic powder, which is dope. So that means I'm not going to have to worry about mixing it too much, which I love. Because I don't like when my acrylics come out like milky white or just weird. So we're going to pour a little bit of this in here. You want to pour more acrylic than, your attraction powder. Because if not, your acrylic is going to be real weird. And so nobody has time for that. So we're going to put that right there. The next thing you want to do is probably next thing that you want to do is get your clear acrylic powder. I've already went ahead and poured a little bit in here. And so, it's kind of, I say like it's 1/3, 1/3, 2/3. And so you're just going to mix this up real quick. It's not going to take, it's not really a long process. The thing is that okay, so like when you buy acrylics, they're not cheap. And so when it comes to this, if it's like something that you're probably only going to do once or twice, or like a color combination that you're only going to use once or twice, you don't want to make a whole lot of it because you can always add more. But there's not going to be any way that you're going to be able to take this, out. And so you want to start off small just to make sure that your beads are forming correctly, because I think I added a lot of that attraction powder. You know what I mean? And I don't need a whole lot because with acrylic and all this stuff, a little bit goes a long way. This is my acrylic brush. I use the Panakolinsky. This is a 10S. That's my brush size that I use if anybody wants to know. Okay, so I'm going to burn my brush real quick. And then we're going to go ahead and get started. Let me show you my little finger. My finger can go there. I just made a mess. Let me move this out the way too, because y'all don't need to see that. Okay. Let's see how these beads are forming. If they're forming like weird, we can start over. But they actually forming pretty good. You see? It looks good. It's not too drippy. And yeah, I fuck with it. Okay, let's get it. Now, I already, because I knew I was going to do this video, I went ahead and added a tip on here. Because who doesn't have the sign? Me. I don't have the sign. Okay. And so, like, you're just going to lay it like you would normal acrylic. This was actually a really good blend. Sometimes it takes me, you know, a couple of tries to get the right blend. But once you got that, you got that, you know? So, it worked out pretty nicely for me on this try. Sometimes it don't work out that nice. But you can pretty much use any spiritual powder to do this or to fix this or to just, you know, you can use eggshells. You can use any spiritual powder or any dry ingredients. I would stay away from anything wet. But any dry ingredients in order to get this. Maybe I should mix some herbs for y'all too. Because, you know, we can encapsulate herbs as well. I'm going to show y'all. But yeah. You're just going to form the beads like normal. And nobody's going to know. But you're going to have some cute as fuck nails. And they're going to be powerful as fuck too. You know what I mean? You might be out at the gas station. Somebody want to pay for your gas. Gas is high as fuck right now, okay? That would be a blessing. Shit. You need all the people to be attracted to you. As many people attracted to you as possible. You know what I mean? Like, gas is high. The cost of inflation is real. We got real bills and real problems in these streets. Shoot. Whatever you can do to add on to your little your magical routine is a plus, you know? And so I'm gonna start giving y'all girls some of my tips, some more of my tips. But yeah, so you just go ahead and you form it like you normally would. Of course, you're going to, this is just your base coat. If you know anything about acrylic, you know you always encapsulate color acrylic. And because this is more powdery than like a normal acrylic would be, because we added the spiritual. But yeah, my video cut off, so I don't even remember what kind of bullshit I was talking about. I don't even remember what I was saying. But I think I was saying, since the powder is so powdery, you definitely want to make sure you take the time to encapsulate with clear, because you want the consistency of all nails and all of this to be, you know, as thorough as possible. And so you just want to encapsulate with clear, make sure it comes out right, you know. And then once you do that, you're good. So that's our acrylic nail. Of course, the girl needs to be shaped a little bit, shaped, buffed, and we need a clear coat on there. But that's that one. Now let's move on to the Gel X. Okay, y'all. So I have my Gel X out. I have my Gel X system out. And so I'm about to show you guys how I do this because, you know, before I get started, let me tell you guys a few things. Don't look at my raggedy brush, but I'd rather use this for my gel systems instead of getting a normal brush. I don't know. It just works better for me personally, but I'm not doing nails on regular people, so it works for me and that's fine. So here's our nail that we're going to be using. This is the Extend Gel. If you have the Gel X system, you know that this is what most people use to apply their nails. But because I don't really want to get my brush dirty and all that other kind of stuff, I'm going to use a different base gel for this. And that is going to be the Young Nails Synergy Gel in clear. And they have it in a bunch of colors. I think I have the pink one as well, but concealer pink, but I don't feel like doing that, especially not with this system. And this is basically just a base gel. It's very simple. It's really, really very simple. It's almost the same, basically the same idea. What we're going to do is we're going to put a little bit of our attraction powder. And like I said, you want to be mindful of what powder you're using. What color is it when it comes to getting your set right? Because I can guarantee that there is a powder for you in almost every color that you could ever want. Or you can make your own and just make them all white. You're not going to be able to get a clear one, but hey, we can't always get what we want, right? So it's very simple. You just mix it. I don't know if y'all can see this, but you're just going to take your gel and mix it because you want to make sure it doesn't get in the pot. You know what I mean? Like, you don't want to do all that. You want to make sure. Okay, so once you actually have your product on your brush, one thing that I want to say about this is that it's one of those things where if you use more clear, it will be more clear. It'll be like a little bit more see-through, because remember, that was like a super opaque pink, and now it's almost translucent. I mean, it's still pink for sure, but it's not, you know, as bright. And so we're gonna do what we always do with our gel system. Sorry, y'all, I'm trying to get my little oh my gosh, did I pop out with a boob? I really hope I didn't. Okay, and we're gonna do what we always do for the Gel X, which is place it. Okay, these plastic nails are not the greatest because, you know what I mean, like there's no prep or whatever. It's not that there's no prep, it's harder to prep. We're gonna do what we always do for the Gel X system, which is add our little lights. There is a little lamp that comes in the system. However, I didn't plug it in, so, you know, it just is what it is. And we're just going to hold that light there until it's actually dry. And I think the little lamp that they have lasts for like 30 seconds, 60 seconds. I'm not exactly certain. But I know every time I do my Gel X, I do it for 30 seconds just so that I can hold it, and I put it in the big lamp. So, you know, I have a different way of doing things. So that's that way. Okay, y'all, so our Gel X is done. If you want to see what it looks like, if you guys want to see what it looks like, this is our acrylic nail. Let's get a up close and personal. Y'all see that? It's not even shaped yet, okay? We did a good job. On these tiny fingers, because these fingers are really tiny. This is our Gel X system. I don't know if you guys can see that. Oh, let me put it in the camera. That would probably help, huh? That's our Gel X system. It's kind of pink. Like I said, the more clear that you add, the more clear it will be, because remember, that powder was kind of translucent. It was opaque, not translucent. So that helped us out in a way. And so all we have to do really is paint that, and you know, we're good to go. Now pretty much it's the same concept. This is, now if you're gonna want to use like attraction, you know, powder all the time in your nails, one thing that you can do on your nails, especially like if you're not taking care of clients or anything like that, one thing that you can do, I'm just going to do regular polish, not gel polish, just so that for the sake of things, it's a little bit easier. But one thing that you can do is usually just pour your powders into the bottle. But again, remember, we are worried about the color. The color is really important. And the thing that I love about magic is like, you don't need a whole lot for it to make sense. You know what I mean? You don't need a whole lot. A little goes a long way. So I just dabbed a little bit in there and then went on about my business. And what I'm going to do is, this is just my first coat, right? Usually when you're doing your own nails, you do about 2 or 3 coats. So I'm just going to make sure that the first coat has that little mixture on it, and then I'm gonna clean off this brush because okay, so I went ahead and let the first layer dry and then put on another layer. And once you put the actual top coat on it, it's gonna be good. It's gonna be good to go. This is our nail. You would never guess that we not only have a magical ass base because we went ahead and mixed that powder with that gel, but we also went ahead and mixed that powder with that polish. Okay, so the only thing that both of my nails need right now is just a top coat, and that's going to be super easy peasy, and it's a wrap. I love makeup, but let's make it magical. Only idea that I did not show you guys, the only technique that I didn't show you guys is for press-on nails, and press-on nails is pretty much the same thing as Gel X, except what you want to do is just add the powder. Because like with most press-on sets, you're going to add your glue first, right? And I'm going to be 100% honest with you guys. Gel X is probably not going to like me saying this, but basically Gel X is a press on nail using a gel adhesive instead of a glue. And so basically you would just sprinkle a little bit in here. In the well, put your glue down and then glue it to your finger. It's really simple. And that's just it. That's all you would do. It takes like 2 seconds. 2 additional seconds on top of something that you were already doing in the first place. So, I don't know. It's like weird because when, I have these little tips and tricks, it's like, why not do it? Why not take the 2 seconds that it's going to add into your routine anyways? You know what I mean? Kill 2 birds with 1 stone. Anyways, I'll talk to you guys later.